Greetings, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to Live in the Rise. This is the 29th of September. I just had the Ethiopian Maskell was on the 27th, and the 27th was when I gave birth to my son. Hi, Amber. And the 27th was Saturday, and the 27th was not only the day I gave birth, but also the day my mom gave birth to me. So it was a reflective day, a Friday, going into Saturday, and celebrating the Ethiopian Maskell. The Maskell is the finding of the true cross of Christ. The Roman Empress Helena found that cross of Christ. So the Ethiopian Maskell was on the 27th, and there is a huge bonfire that's in the center of the square, and people gather and burn the torch called Chibo. So if you subscribe to my channel and you go to the 27th, on Saturday I went live, and you will be able to listen to some information on the Maskell. I also got some flowers from my dear friend, in Alabama. Thank you so much. That really made me smile. I love flowers, and I love to receive flowers. I also like to give flowers too. So on the 29th of September, we have, it's 2 days after the Maskell, and in Ethiopia they're celebrating. Thank you so much. So yeah, my son turned my son had a birthday too. And I'm at work, as you can tell. But those of you who are following my Bible challenge, we're in the book of Zechariah. So I missed yesterday, Sunday, but I was on Saturday. Saturday we talked about judgment and justice, salvation and suffering. El Sue, wishing wellness to all life. Thank you so much for joining. Yesterday, the Bible challenge, we were in the book of Zechariah. We're still in the book of Zechariah. We're chapter 12 to 14. When we communicate to righteousness, we want to communicate on behalf of giving us stronger backs, not lighter burdens, but stronger backs. And it's a cleansing from sin. Righteousness reigns on that sacred day of righteousness will be inscribed on the bells of the horses and the cooking pots. Righteousness is going to cover the earth as the water covered the sea. That's just how it's going to be. I didn't mean to rhyme, but that happens sometime. Again. So we have an interesting we have an interesting accounting of the word today, letting go and letting God. It's the time to do that. We have to let go of material things. We have to let go of people that are not serving God. We have to let go of environments that are toxic and that are not serving God. We have to let go. So let go is not just about not fighting with someone and let God handle it. The battle isn't yours. Letting go is about actual action. Letting completion of what is for you. So thank you so much for joining. We are in the celebration of the Mescal. It's an Ethiopian and Eritrean Orthodox Tawedo church holiday that commemorates the discovery of the true cross of Jesus Christ by the Roman Empress Saint Helena of Constantinople in the 4th century. So the 4th century, we have this, and there is a celebration of enormous festivities. And the word mescal means cross. Everyone has a cross to bear. Everyone does have a cross to bear. So that cross to bear, we have to let go of old habits and embrace our new selves. Okay. So I don't necessarily celebrate the day my mom gave birth to me. I celebrate my mom and God, who were the arbiters of my coming on the earth. I didn't just pop up here on my own. I have to acknowledge my mom, who gave birth to me through God's grace that gave me my mom and gave my mom me. So we have, in the world we live in, it's not that way. People celebrate their birthdays. The previous year I went away for my birthday the previous year, and it was because my dad had passed away. My dad said, be happy, go and be happy. So I went out for my birthday. This year things were different because I wanted to go. I had tickets to go out to a show and I didn't get to go. I didn't go, so I lost the money for those tickets. But what I gained was more than anything else that I could have gotten. It's an acknowledgement to collect moments. So I had moments, and not things, not collecting things, but collecting moments. So when we look at where we are at in the world today and how things are. Um, you know, it's scary. It's scary. So I wanted to start with the verse of the day. Verse. So let's get that going. The verse of the day. Verse of the day. Verse of the day. Verse of the day. So the verse of the day today. The verse of the day today is coming from John. So John chapter 3 verse 20 to 21. And John, the book of John, we're going to be getting into the book of John. We're in the book of Malachi now. We're going into the book of Malachi tomorrow. But after Malachi, we're going into the New Testament. So those of you who are in the Bible Challenge with me, we're getting into the New Testament next. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And John chapter 3 verse 20 to 21, the verse of the day, speaks of everyone who does wrong doesn't love right. Thank you, Elsu. John chapter 3 verse 20 to 21. So people who love to do wrongness, who don't have an idea of consequences, but people who have a tendency to lean towards the wrongness, they call it sin, they don't love the light. They don't love the light. That's why they go out at night. They go clubbing at night. In the day, they sleep like a vampire. So they don't like the light and will not come into the light for fear that their deeds will be exposed. Okay. However, whoever lives through the truth comes into the light, so that the light and the truth may be seen plainly, that what people have done has been done in the sight of the Most High. That's why I say, when you're making love to your wife, your husband, God watching you. Okay, so be honest. Don't just partake in a physical act just because. Your heart, God knows it. So the verse today really echoes how we have to live and how we have to love and how we have to give. And everyone who doesn't err on the side of righteousness and kindness, and they're violent or they're abusive, they're not going to see the light. They're not going to see the truth. No matter how much you tell them, they're not going to see it, because that's their trajectory of life, is to go in the wrong way, right? So we see that because of the fear of their works being exposed, when you are doing the right thing, you're not afraid of it being exposed. But when you're doing the wrong thing, you don't want nobody to know. You're like on the lay low. So what are we living for? What are we letting go and letting in the place of that? What are we letting go? So we let go, and we let what? What are we doing? So we have to really place ourselves in a truth. What are we doing? Where are we going? And what are we serving? Who are we serving? So the verse of the day, John chapter 3 verse 20, I love it because it really rings out about what we need to let go. We need to let go of the hate. We need to let go of the discriminate. We need to let go of the homophobia. We need to let go of the lies, the cheating, the stealing, the murdering, the hate, the violence. We need to let go of that and let righteousness flow. That's what God is. God is love. Let love flow. So, in the word today, let's get to the word today. It's the word of the day. Let's get to the word today. It's the word of the day. I have 8 minutes. The word and then I gotta go. I got office hours. The word of the day, word of the day, word of the day. So the word today is let go, let God. What does that mean? It's easier said than done. Some people have a hard time letting go and letting God because they're so far from God. The relationship with God is like God's over there and you're like But when you have a relationship with God, Jah, however you want to call that one, that's your personal business. When you have a relationship with that, you are less likely to hold on to material things. You're less likely to be angry and violent to someone. So letting go and letting God is an action. It's action. You got to do it. Can't just say it. You got to do it. You got to put it into action. So trusting I am beloved, I am a beloved divine being, I let go and let God. So knowing that you are blessed, highly favored, and wonderfully made, you are able to let go and let God. You're in that space, in the relationship that you're supposed to be in. So this is the word of the day. And the word of the day today is brought to us by 2 Kings chapter 18 verse 5. So 2 Kings, not first, 2 Kings chapter 18 verse 5. Trust in righteousness. It says he trusted in the Lord, the God of Israel, right? Trust in righteousness. That's what that means. The Lord, the God of Israel, is righteousness, mercy, love, kindness, compassion, grace, all of these attributes that represent the Almighty. 2 Kings chapter 18 verse 5 is bringing in our words today, letting go and let God. So when you let go and let God, you are trusting that you are a beloved divine being. You know who you are. When you let go and let God, that means you know who you are. When you can let go of a marriage that's not working, you know God. When you can let go of lying and cheating and stealing and murdering, you know God. You're in that space, in that relationship. So letting go of things and people that are not serving you. So this is what the word of the day is reading from dailyword.com. Catching myself worrying whether a situation will work out the way I think it should is a sign for me to put my trust in God and practice righteous surrender. So worrying about a situation, whether it's going to work out the way you think it should, is futile. All you got to do, it's a sign for you to put, when you get into that worrying space, this has happened to me, you put your trust in God, in righteousness, and practice righteous surrender. Like I surrender to the goodness, I surrender to the mercy, I surrender to the love, I surrender to the kindness, I surrender to these attributes that are going to strengthen me. Even though I may have a worry about a situation, you let it go. Because worrying is going to make things worse. Okay? When you worry, you end up being sorry later on. So you let it go. Physically let it go. Thank you, Elsu. 2 Kings chapter 18 verse 5. And it's about trust. It's about trust. Life is not meant to be a struggle. Nor am I meant to do everything on my own. When I rely too much on my own efforts, I may forget that as a righteous being, I am heir to all the wonderful qualities of God. and these qualities I mentioned just now: grace, kindness, mercy, love, all of it. Letting go and letting God really means shifting from my human perspective to a righteous one. I am reminded that at the level of righteousness, nothing is impossible. Divine mind is limitless, and divine love is a constant bless in our lives. I relax into awareness and let go of preferences and timetables. I trust the divine within and wait for the perfect outcome in its time. In its time, not your time, in the time it's supposed to be. All you do is you do the work. You do the work. That's it. And you'll see the manifestation of your life becoming what you want that life to be. So we are out of time. Oh my goodness. That's been the word of the day. Let it go and let God. And our verse today, coming from John chapter 3, verse 20 to 21. I love it. It's been a minute. We're in the book of Zechariah. We're finishing up Zechariah. So go ahead and get into the ending book, the ending chapters of Zechariah, chapter 13 and 14. Righteousness comes and reigns. Okay. So it's one. You serving one Lord, one Savior, and that name is how your relationship to that one. You be revealed the name. So yeah, I love this. Have a blessed rest of your day. We are out of time, and that's all I have for you today. Have a blessed day, and remember to stand in love, don't fall in it. Stand with God, in other words. So when I talk about standing in love, I'm talking about standing with God, standing with that righteousness that's within you. It lives in there. Open it up. Check it out. Thank you so much. Subscribe to this channel, like this video. I'll see you next time, live in the Rise. Take good care, everyone.